everyone. Welcome to a new video with Code with Sally. In this video, I want to show you how you can connect your Visual Studio Code to your developer org. By now, I assume you would have your developer org if you are following my live sessions and you're practicing. I have mine. And also, I assume you have your Visual Studio Code installed and you have your Salesforce extensions configured and installed as well. So we'll have here our Visual Studio Code. It's an empty one. I didn't do anything yet. We'll go here, Command Shift P or Control Shift P if you are on Windows. That will give you an option to choose which command you want to run. The one we want to use is create project with manifest. So I go with that and I will choose that I want to use the standard template. And I will give my project a name, Code with Sally, and let's name it 2. And I will choose the folder that I want to create my project in. I'm using this for my testing and for my Code with Sally projects. So I will choose this one and I will create project. That will create a template for you for your project. It's an empty template. If you go here and open First app and you try to open the classes, it will be still empty. And if I go to manifest folder, I will have a package.xml created for me that will get and specify the components that we can get, like Apex class, Apex component, Apex page, and everything we have here in the manifest. You can increase or add extra components if you want more. If I try to go now and try to right click, I don't see here that I can retrieve from org. And the reason is we didn't yet connect our Visual Studio Code to our org. And to double check that as well, here in the bottom, you'll find here that we don't have a default org set because we didn't create yet the connection between my org and my Visual Studio Code. So I will go here and click on no default org set, and I will run the command sfdx authorize an org by clicking on it. It will ask me to choose if I'm connecting to a production, to a sandbox. In our case, we are connecting to a custom domain because my developer org has a custom domain. So I will choose custom and I will paste here the URL that I usually use to log into my developer org. So I will click enter here. It will ask me to give a name for it. So I will say here, Code with Sally, and I will hit enter. That will open a new tab for you in your Chrome or other browser if you're using any other ones. And then you can enter your username and password for the org you are trying to connect to. Here I'm using the developer org that I am using in my live sessions. Now it try to connect and it will give me that the authentication is successful and it tells me that I can close the window. I don't need it anymore open. When I go back to the Visual Studio Code, you'll find here that you have, instead of no default org, you'll find the Code with Sally, the org that we connected to, and the alias we give it to here. If I go here to the manifest now, into the package.xml and do right click, I'll find now that I have retrieve source in manifest from org. That will retrieve all the components in the package.xml and return it for me. So I can do that now. And you will notice now that I got the classes that I have. I got the LWC component that I created for the course, the beginner course before. So that retrieved the components that I have in the package.xml, and it's available for me in my Visual Studio Code. And if you want to change it, let's say I will add a comment here, class attribute. And if I save, that's saved locally to your machine. It's not yet saved to the org. So to save it to the org, you'll do right click and you will deploy this source to org. That takes the change you did locally on your machine and deploy it to your org. And it will show here that it got deployed successfully, and it will tell you which files got updated or changed. And that's how you can retrieve from the org, how you can deploy to the org, and in general, how to connect your Visual Studio Code to the org that you want to work with and to try to practice. Again, I want to thank you for joining me to this video. If you have any questions or if you need any help, or if anything is not clear, please leave me a comment or ask me. Send me a message on Slack or on LinkedIn, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Happy to see you today and looking forward to see you in the live sessions and to see you in other tutorials online. Thank you so much and have a great night.